I wanted to be a stuntman first. I think when I was like 2, 3, I jumped off this 2-story thing, broke my arm then. Then as I remember the show The Fall Guy.
I do.
Yeah, that was my shit when I was a little kid. And then somewhere in the middle, I wanted to be a doctor, and then went right back to always been TV's movie. You know, you grow up, you have a hard life. You know what I mean? That's how you make star people. You know what I mean? The tumult of having like difficult parents, a hard upbringing, that usually pushes people into performing of some sort. You know what I mean?
So you're telling the truth, like a pimp and a prostitute.
Yes.
Nigga, and when did you realize what your parents do for a living?
Oh, I mean, 3, 4, 5. You know, I used to count the hook of money when I was a kid.
I'm sorry, but that's horrible.
I mean, it's my life. You know, I it's funny too because I don't talk about this stuff in my stand-up. I don't talk about it on 2 Comics, and I haven't made something to deal with this yet. So I'll come on, like I do some very few podcasts. I don't know, you hit me in a moment. I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. So I end up talking about this because I want people to be like, when they finally do see something, they're like, oh, that's why that nigga's crazy. Okay, this makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yo, I was talking to somebody the other day,
and
we were talking about Dave. Matter of fact, I was talking to student minister Troy Muhammad. Shout out to Mosque Number 1 in Detroit. But we were talking about comics, and I was saying how Dave Chappelle is the one comic that I'm aware of that I think is in GOAT status, who didn't really have a super horrific upbringing. He was just broke.
Yeah.
And most comics have a baseline of really horrible shit happening in life.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I don't know. Like the one thing I've been trying to write out like a 2 Comics on a Bench movie for me and Greer to be in together. And the backbone of it would be kind of showing like Greer has a normal background. I don't. And, you know, it's one of those things. There's a heavy amount of alcoholism, drug use, very high suicidality I know several stand-ups who are no longer with us. They never got to a place where anyone else would know who they are. But, you know, we started with them, and then, you know, for some reason, something triggered it and they left. So there's a lot of pain in humor. There's a lot of desperation in humor. Like that's you're trying to be funny to connect and to make things better, you know? So yeah, comedians are dark, and yeah, I mean, I think the darker they are, the worse, you know what I mean? The worse the background is. Maybe, I don't know. I'm sure there's causation and correlation. You know what I mean?
Yo, and so I'm looking at, what is that, episode 3? You and your man's on the bench.
Yeah.
And this nigga sent me this episode, and we're gonna play this whenever we need to play this. But I'm like, this nigga offended everybody. Like, and your boy was like, dude, how the fuck? And I'm sitting here, I'm in his seat. I'm like, how? Like, everybody but midget magicians.
No, I did midgets.
Not a midget magician.
Not a midget magician. I definitely clowned my friend who was a magician, or kind of is one, on the show once. But we gotta get this is the thing. I think if you're doing it right, you get everybody a little bit. You gotta get everybody. You gotta include everybody. You know what I mean? You gotta tag everybody. And if it's coming, it's not malicious. I hope everyone could tell. Like, it's really silly. It's like silly. It's hitting everybody, but it's not like that. You know what I mean? It's definitely like, well, so sometimes it's a little off-putting, maybe a little something.
The white people with retarded kids, a little bit.
Really?
A little bit, and not necessarily the white people, because I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's learned.
If anyone needs less burden, and who could take on who's got the finances and support system to take on the burden? So to anyone who's watching, the joke is, if life were fair, only white people would have retarded children.
Oh my God.
And that it's really about having power and who has the extra strength to carry on and to deal with that.
When you unpeel the layers, and I've watched quite a few of the episode. Well, I've watched a few of the episodes, but when you unpeel the layers of your jokes, the realism is stark and very true. How long do they just come to you, or is it a joke that takes you a month to do?
Well, it's funny. The thing about the reason I created Two Comics on a Bench is because I'd stopped doing stand-up. I was focused on acting.
Okay.
I really and I could tell you I started stand-up comedy in the end of 2010. But I can really, if I'm really honest with myself, and maybe I admit too much, I was like kind of half-assed. I was really just partying and kind of doing stand-up. My heart wasn't in it. That was a party thing. But then I cleaned my life up. I got sober, this and that. And I wanted to, it was either I was going to work on stand-up or I was going to work on acting, and acting just gave me more quicker. So I said, I'm going to put stand-up aside. You know what I mean? I'd be acting, I'm acting in something, in a movie, and they're like, Mr. Strong, can we get you a cup of coffee? And then you go to stand-up, they're like, hey, check spot guy, you're next. And you're like, you know my name, bro. What are you talking about? But it's all right. Treat me like that. It's hard. So I was like, I'm going to step away for a little bit. And I worked on the acting stuff. And, I am a filmmaker. Like the camera I'm shooting on right now, this is one of the Two Comics cameras. The other two are back there. This is actually a podcast. And by the way, I love your podcast. I've been watching clips. You keep it. I love that you're just doing it. And doing it is so hard. Because I've had this room set up to do a podcast for 1.5 years, and I haven't done it.
Are you serious?
I'm terrified of it. I'm being straight with you because, I know what I do. Most of it is really in real time, but there's some prep and all of that thing. But it's the commitment. Is it going to go well? Am I going to bore people? And I used to have terrible stage fright, so I've talked myself out of it. And just to see you, I'm doing your podcast. I'm like, look at this guy. He's doing it. What's wrong? I got the craziest setup. This room's like 50 G's. It's like it's ready to go.
It's like $12, bro.
Bro, listen, but you're doing it, and the money doesn't. You see a guy who got all the. I'm not. It's all about doing it. So respect to you, sir. Thanks again for having me on, because you've inspired me to actually put rubber to the road. But what I was saying is that the great thing about Two Comics for me is it's an idea. It's not a fleshed out joke. I'm not going on stage and working and expanding the joke and expanding the joke. It's something funny. I say it to my guest. It was just me and Greer. It was too much shooting for Greer, so I had to open it up. And I'm glad I did get other energy in there, get people who want to write more jokes and do all that stuff. So it became like a talk show, and the next level of it's going to be even bigger. I wanted to, so that you actually see me do a joke and then see me do it on stage. That's the next level of it.
That would be very dope. And I just love just the simplicity of it. One thing that I think that's missing for Black men is the barbershop experience, and I've talked about this. They've priced the experience away from the average person, and now every barber is some type of fucking celebrity.
Yep.
But you give the barbershop feel, and I think you can't. First off, you can't quantify that. You can't quantify just the chemistry that you and him specifically have.
Sure. That's an old close friend. That's a conversation two old close friends have. It's not the same when I do with other people. It's close when I know the person or I have some familiarity. I think the best one I did where I never met the person at all was me and Roy Wood. But it took a minute. We talked for 30 minutes and you can feel all of a sudden we were two people having a conversation versus we're doing a show. You know what I mean? It's like you and me right now. We're talking, but if we talk another hour,
yes,
that last 30 minutes is going to be fire. But then, the audience is going to be dead and mad at us. They'll be like, how long are these guys going to talk to each other? Go get a room. Go get a room. No, but what you're saying is true. Like the great thing about Two Comics started off as a screen test. It was never supposed to be what it is. It was a screen test for me and Greer to go, because we you know, he's way higher up in the stand-up world. I'm kind of in and out. You know, he's like he's a staple of New York City comedy. And you know, it was start off was like, but we're both actors. I'm a little more active as an actor than he is at the moment, but he's been in great stuff. He was in The Joker. But it was like, hey, let's act in something. We keep saying we're going to make something. So we did that black and white one, the first one. The first three are black and white. So that first black and white one, we shot it August 31st of COVID or 30th, whatever the last day of August is. It was Sunday, 2020. And we'd all been out. He had a big old afro because I was fat. I'd gained 30 pounds for that short film, 180 seconds on purpose. So I was a wreck. It was crazy. But the chemistry was there because it's two old friends. That how you see me and him talk, that's how me and him talk at the cellar, in a cab, in the car.
And you can tell.
It just made sense. It's just easy.
Yeah. Art department assistant, Kill Bill, volume 1 and 2.
Yes, sir.
What exactly is an art department assistant? And fucking Kill Bill? Are you serious?
I'm in Kill Bill. That's how old. You know, I'm 50. I'm old. I was one of my first job. Actually, that was probably my third or fourth job in LA. I was very fortunate to get that job, and I'm still very close with the production designer and the set decorator. They went on to win. They were Oscar nominated for Royal Tenenbaums, and they won for La La Land. David and Sandy Wasco. They're still rooting for me to make a movie for them to work on. But that was out of college. I'd worked on it for MTV. I worked for the Jim Crunch. And then I got a PA job working, you know, on Kill Bill, specifically for the art department. So I drove around getting breakable glass, nunchucks, driving the set. There's a scene where Lucy Liu is driving and there's like these graphics on a truck. I'm actually the dude, they hired me separately as a graphics guy. I'm running the graphics on the truck. And then there's a scene with Uma Thurman. She goes, "Ticket to Okinawa." I walk through the scene. And funny enough, I had hair that was receding and glasses. I looked older then than I do now. I'm like, how do I look older then than I do now?
Yo, okay, so was that like the first like oh shit, I've met superstar people?
You know, it's funny. Mel Gibson came to my college and I walked up to him and I said hello. That was like one of the first big ones. And
is he an asshole?
He was nice. I walked up to him and I told my friend to like have a camera nearby. But he walked up to Mel Gibson with a camera on, and he was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Oh shit, sorry. We wanted to get you saying a line for a film." And we did it, but my friend fucked it up. It was terrible. I have the footage somewhere. It's just him going, "Yeah, Perry, you're not going to make it." And it was supposed to be like a movie trailer thing. And he was nice. His like daughter was going to go to school there. She ended up not going, but he was nice. But no, you know what? I worked on these little MTV things. And hold on, my hard drive is being dropped off in 7 minutes. So I'll run when it says 3 minutes. In 3 minutes, I'll run down and you could play two comedy or could do a cutaway. I worked on a bunch of MTV stuff as an assistant camera person. I don't even know how I lied my way into that shit. And it was really tough because I graduated college right before 9/11. And the whole town, LA shut down. It was really hard. And I ended up getting work as an AC, but it took forever. LA was rough. I was that kid who moved to LA and got a little disenfranchised. You know, I lost my way a little bit. It's very hard trying to go out there with no connects. Everyone who goes out there with connects has a great time. You go out there with no connects, you end up doing a lot of stupid shit. You know what I mean?
You know, one of the first big interviews I got was David Arnold. You guys,
the musician,
the comedian. He rest in peace. He passed away a couple of years ago.
Okay.
You guys, probably more prominent in stand-up. Well, no, probably. I think he's more prominent in stand-up. But he also wrote a show for Nickelodeon. But just in listening to you, you guys are a lot alike. The parallels are eerie. Just kind of the way you move there, not, you know, basically with the shirt on you. Not that that's a new story, respectfully.
It's all good.
But just it it feels the same.
Interesting. I'll have to look him up. Who? Wait, you said Dave Arnold?
David Arnold, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember like because I've been doing this show like a decade, bro.
Amazing.
And I remember I'm like, oh fuck. First off, I didn't really know who he was until I started doing the research. And like, oh god, I peed my pants. I'm so fucking excited. Like this, and then the guy was just so fucking nice.
I hope no one comes on here. Why would anyone be mean to you?
Oh, I had one. Oh, I cussed this dude out so bad, bro.
It's terrible. My first thing, I was like, white dude, white girl.
No. Actually, he was a pro-black gay dude.
Yeah, they get spicy. You know what I mean? You know, there's certain groups are more likely to give you some attitude.
It was horrible, though, bro.
You know what I mean? You're like, oh, gay nigga was sassy. Oh, yeah, that skins.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
But for the most part, though, yeah, I think he would be the one that stands out. So you say we like what 5 minutes before they drop your hard drive?
It says 5 minute drop off. I want to wait till it says 2. So you have a minute. And, I don't want to leave you hanging too long. So I'm going to wait till the bitter end and I'm going to run my ass downstairs. I'm so sorry again. I know you said don't apologize. I just don't. I told them.
At this point, I deserve a spot in one of your movies.
You got it. You got a good face. This is the thing. That's the one thing I'm going to tell you. We got to get you a second angle so you can go gloop and see your face. Because you're little in this one. You're little. I want to see your face.
The ladies don't like that, but there you go. How's that? Is that better?
I see. This is a thing. I like that, but you know what it is? You know what? We'll talk about it after. Put it however you want. See, I'm an asshole director telling you.
My cousin's been kicking my ass about this shit all the time. Show your face, and I'm like, it's not about me. It's about the guest. You're like, fuck that, fuck the guest. Just show your face.
Well, you know what it is. So if you want talking head, I would have you. Like I would have it so you have this intro shot, but you almost need a second shot that jumps in. Like if this is a 24 mil, you need to jump into like an 85 where it's just this when you need to go. And what about blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And then you can come back out and then I'm like, oh shit, he asked me a crazy question. All right. It says 2 minutes. I want to run down. If you want to play that for them, that gives me 4 minutes and 20 seconds. I'll be right back, everybody. Okay. Thank you.
And that'll segue us into 2 comics on a bench.
What are you doing, man? Are you doing stand-up?
Yeah.
All right. Let me get comfortable.
Yeah?
Hit me, yo.
Really?
Oh, boy.
I do feel like every time I express myself, honestly, I'm in danger because of just the world's getting angry.
I don't know. What's funny?
I'm tired of fucking some white girl telling me I'm too light-skinned to say nigga after a show. You know what I'm saying? That shit happens, and I'm just like, nigga, get the fuck out of here. Are you crazy? Are you fucking out of your mind?
Nigga, get the fuck out.
I think that's the new world. And I don't know how white women became a minority. I feel like somehow white women became slaves, basically. Did you know 40% of slave owners were white women?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know who doesn't know that? White women. White women don't fucking know that shit.
Some of them know it. Some of them know.
I hate when my phone autocorrects whores into whites.
Okay. Look, are you using the word whore a lot?
I mean, it comes up. I wrote trans are like midgets to me. Like, they're cool, but sometimes they startle me. If the world was fair, only white people would have retarded kids. Right? I mean, because look, there's a Mexican couple. They got a full-blown retard. This nigga's a mess.
Are you allowed to say that?
I don't know. But I feel so fucked up in my heart that you could tell they're already going through it. And now this motherfucker... I'm sorry. Oh, God.
I hope that camera goes out.
Am I the only one that hopes diabetes takes one of Lizzo's feet so she finally fucking stops?
transgender,
Yeah,
little people,
yeah.
and Lizzo has a huge following.
Come on.
But I didn't mean it like that.
How about this one? That would fuck with Indian people now. The fecal content of the water in India is higher than the fecal content of my feces.
All right.
Oh, update. Florida man actually eats vagina.
It's almost like you like glazed donuts, right?
Is this going to be a semen joke?
No.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. You know how you love glazed donuts and you eat the first one and be like, this is fucking awesome. And then by the time you're halfway through the third one, it's like, okay, too much.
Right.
Too much.
Too much.
I had too much.
Yeah, too much.
Being with you. I tried to make it as sweet as possible. That's why I use glazed donuts.
That's well said, my friend.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, man.
All right.
You gonna stay here?
No, we'll go. Next one, we'll try to do a little sooner.
You mean like what? Maybe April, May?
2023. No, wait.
22.
Two comics on a bench. The movie.
All right.
You get ready? We ready to write it?
Okay.
Let's go write
I want us to be on the bench in Paris, though.
I'm really down with that shit. So let's get the fuck out of New York.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Remember the Bill Hicks joke about Jack Palance pick up the gun. He picked it up, I shot him. And that's what America was, but it's changed. America used to be an old racist, sexist, greedy, cruel white man, did whatever he needed to do to achieve his goals. But now America is an emotional, unstable, middle-aged white woman that's racist and greedy and cruel, that will try to do anything she can, get what she wants. Everyone's emotional. It's all fucked. This whole country is a crazy white bitch.
No, man, you can't say that.
Yo, first off, the jokes by Perry Strong are Perry Strong's jokes and are not a reflection of intellectually petty radio. They are Perry Strong's and Perry Strong's only.
Oh boy.
Yo.
Welcome. Welcome to hell.
And shout out to Lizzo. I don't know what you got against Lizzo and her foot.
You know, I changed that joke. It's Trump now.
Lizzo is funnier.
You know it is, because you think diabetes with such weight.
It's just left field with Lizzo. Trump is like, he's punching a midget.
I mean, listen, I'm hoping. I'm like this. I does my new thing. I keep going. I'm like, you remember natural causes? What happened? My whole life. Oh, what happened to so and so? Oh, they went in their sleep. What happened? Natural causes. Natural causes got everybody. Natural causes is sleeping at the wheel. Natural causes fucking up.
Well, rich people don't die of natural causes. They got doctors. They get a nice fancy cause of death.
Oh my God, man. This is
know,
zombies, bro. The
infected malaria mixed with a cardiac arrest.
Man, yeah, I don't want to. We won't go too. I don't want to take you down that dark hole of me and Trump. It's coming.
Although the white woman one, spot on.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, no, it's definitely. This is a very emotional citizenry. Everyone's very emotional.
Although they unalived the white lady and white people didn't care. Never thought I'd see the day.
Listen. In one way, I'm like, this is great. Everyone's getting it. Everyone's a nigga now. Come on, welcome. Guess what? We're not the only ones scared of getting pulled over now. Welcome to the Black experience since slavery ended. I'm just trying to get a cup of coffee. Oh shit, I got murdered.
That part. Okay, so that segues us to Wu-Tang. I love the Wu-Tang series.
It was a lot of fun, man. It was so cool when I got that. I was like, I auditioned for a smaller role and they upgraded me. And I was like, oh, cool. Woo, that was great. Yeah, man. I mean, I'll tell you that first day, that's like a 4-page monologue I drop in that show. And I think I did it 60 times, 50 times.
Yo, that's gotta be fucked up. Are you a Wu-Tang fan?
You know, it's funny. I'm the worst New York. Are you in New York?
I am not.
Where are you at?
I'm from Detroit and I live in Cleveland.
Okay, bet. I'm born in Chicago, raised from one in New York. I'm not gonna lie, I always was more West Coast. I was a West Coast dude. As soon as I graduated college, I moved West Coast. That doesn't mean you can't like Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang is dope. But I was specifically an Old Dirty Bastard fan. I didn't really care about Wu-Tang. I loved ODB's on my wall right now.
Yo, ODB is so fucking underrated, especially in the Wu-Tang. Like
That's my guy. I would pick him. There's no one even close. Not Meth, not Riz, no one. I'm like ODB's in another mystical place to me, you know?
Although of the solo albums, I would say Raekwon's was the best for me.
I never gave him a chance. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even know that stuff. I was probably listening to DJ Quick or some fucking West Coast shit.
Definitely gonna make this a clip and send it to every nigga I know in New York. They're gonna hate you.
Listen, I don't care. I want to do this joke. You tell me. This is 2 comics on a bench on Intellectually Petty. I want to do a joke. I'm going to see how it goes with you. The further Negroes got from slavery when it ended, the cooler they are and the better they are. Hear me out. If slavery ended and you stayed down south, use a stupid ass. If you ran up north, there was like, oh, it might be better. So I get that, but it ain't far enough. The smartest, I'm going all the way. I'm not going back to Africa because that I don't even know what to do with that. I'm going to California. It's warm all the time, and it's as far away from that slavery bullshit as I can get. So that by fault would mean the coolest Negroes in America all move to the West Coast.
Missing something.
No, this is a bud. That's a bud. That's where it starts. If you asked me before, where does it start?
Okay, got you.
So you're like, okay, how the fuck do I make this funny now?
Yes, because there's funny there. Just waiting for the punchline.
Right, exactly. And then maybe I need to come up with 2 people. You know, I mean, listen, let's go. Let's say if you go with producers, it was like, well, a prime example would be a New York producer would be RZA, and an LA producer would be Dr. Dre, who's cooler.
Oh, Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre.
Right. I would say so, but you know what? There's some hardcore hip hop heads that would not agree with that. So then it becomes this other dialogue, and it might be great. It might be great for social media for me to post that and get that engagement. You know what I mean? I try to think that way too.
That part, I think that's the sweet spot, at least for the comparison between Dre and RZA, which is a very fair comparison.
Right. And then you find a few others that just boop, 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 who are like A, B, C, D. And then you could do a little thing. Well, what's cooler? It's the same thing from each coast. Like Tupac and Biggie. I'm sorry. I'm Tupac. I lived in Atlanta and New York listening to Tupac while Biggie was big. But this is the thing. I also had Biggie's records. So, I mean, what am I saying? You know what I mean? It's like,
I got one. DJ Quick versus shit. What is the old boy's name? E-Double. Eric Sermon.
DJ Quick.
Like,
I and this is the thing. I like Eric Sermon, but I like 20 times more. I like way more DJ Quick songs.
I think you got to go down the rabbit hole with Eric Sermon though, because a lot of his shit that he's done, people don't know that Eric Sermon did it.
Right. No. I know he was like a prolific producer. It wasn't just EPMD. He had a lot more. He had solo stuff, and then he was a producer. But I hear you. But I think Radio. Actually, I wonder who had more radio hits. See, we can just go into all music. That's it. It's over. Don't get me. I like music more than I like movies and comedy. Way more.
Really? Where's the music movie? Like if I gave you a budget and I said you can do the biopic for one artist with a real actor, who would you do?
Man, it's tough because like my number one guys, Prince. Like the real musician shit. I like David Bowie a lot. I mean, James Brown is it in his movie.
James Brown would be insane.
But there's the thing. There is a James Brown movie. Chadwick Boseman did a great job with it. The movie just wasn't right. Yeah. It just was off.
Yeah.
You know, of course, the music was dope and there's dope moments in it because it's James Brown. But that's it. I'd probably do some weird like British pop band and be like, Perry, what the hell are you doing? I'd be like, nobody know. Because if the less people know, the better you could tell a story. When people know so much, it was like when Ali came out with Will Smith. We just watched When We Were Kings with Muhammad Ali in it. So, and Will Smith still killed it. But it's like, bro, Muhammad Ali's still alive. You know what I mean?
Smith did his. Will Smith and Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx doing Ray Charles, insane.
Amazing. I got to meet Jamie Foxx. I was just in shock. I got to chill at his house once. I was just like, I was just sitting there like this. I didn't move. I was just like, hey, what's up? This is crazy. I'm here.
So does he come by, hang out with you? Or you just,
he was so nice. You gave me a drink. Here, have a drink. I was with people who like he knew and stuff. So it was like, oh, come, hey, what's your name? Blah, blah, blah. Totally nice. I mean, the stories of people who were mean, I don't want to start talking shit. There are a few people I could talk shit. And that's the thing. Before, when I got out of college, I did Kill Bill, but I also did behind the scenes for Interscope Records. I shot a lot of video. So I was with Beck, the Pussycat Dolls, Pharrell, Bruno Mars. I met everybody in music. This is before cell phones. Like our cell phones had cameras, but it was those little pixel shit photos.
I got a flip phone.
Right. This is the thing. If I did that job now, my social media would be crazy because it'd just be me and the most famous people in the world every day of the week. And that was my 20s. That's what my job in LA was after Kill Bill. Yeah. So that was me behind the camera. I would do interviews, 50 Cent, Mobb Deep, all the G Unit.
You interviewed Mobb Deep?
Everybody. That was what I did. I've had the craziest life jobs. Like if I'm straight up with it, I've had so many opportunities that I've kind of messed up because I wasn't okay. You know what I mean? I was drinking, whatever.
Okay.
Very distracted person. I come from that. I became that. But like, it's so crazy. It's like I worked on Kill Bill. While I was in Kill Bill, they tried to bring me over to work at South Park as a PA, and they made all those guys writers, but I didn't do it because I didn't want to be disloyal to Kill Bill, but I should have left. It was a no-brainer. I look back, I'm like, oh my God. I've had all these moments where it was like I was around greatness and like the kind of like, and I've broken things, I've messed up things. Then I would do something right and I would get everybody's attention. Then I'd mess it up. So, to kind of bring it to the now, 2 comics on a bench and like me focusing on acting was me kind of being like, all right, I don't want to be around greatness. I want to be greatness. You know what I mean?
So here's a question that I ask everybody that comes on the show.
Sure.
Has nothing to do with anything. But you're sitting on a park bench and God sits down next to you and he or she says you can ask them one question. What would it be?
Ooh, why did you make this so hard?
Some people find it difficult and some people have an immediate answer.
No. My question to God.
Oh, really?
Why did you make this so hard?
It doesn't sound like you've had it hard, bro.
Listen, I saw my father killing people as a child. My parents beat each other up. They beat me up. I lived in the streets when I was 8. That's just the first 10 years were crazy. When my parents went to prison, I got adopted by my godmother. And that's when things got better, but that had a different set of problems that caused a different mental stuff. You know what I mean? Being a half black kid in a white Italian house that's half very supportive and half kind of racist. You know what I mean?
Can you put kinda in front of racist?
Well, I mean, listen, they weren't spitting on me. You know what I mean? But yeah, I wasn't fighting off a lynching when I got out of school. But there was definitely some moments you're like, I didn't need to hear those words from someone who's that's in my supposed family. And then, I met my mother's family, and my grandfather was in the Klan, and that's the guy I look like. You know what I mean? So I went down south. I lived with her, and I dealt with that shit. And then being called a nigger for real, you're like, whoa, because that didn't really happen in New York. You know what I mean? I've had some girlfriends call me that in New York. You know what I mean? The Italians became, you nigga motherfucker, you mother.
Wait a minute, you had a girlfriend call you that?
Oh,
a white chick?
Yeah, I used to play an audio recording of her saying it. It was crazy. Then I'd be like, I'm getting married, everybody.
Yo, there is no pussy that good, bro. Apparently there is, huh?
I'm not saying nothing. I'm still trying to get out of this relationship that I've been in for a minute, and everything gets held against you. I can't wait to do podcasts and really be able to say, this is me still being like, let me not say something that this motherfucker is gonna haunt me for, later.
So let me ask you this. Yeah. Given everything that happened as a child, how difficult has that made it to love?
I think most people it would have had a really big problem. Mm-hmm. For me, there's a little bit of like this gullible side that won't give up on people. Mm-hmm. I think there's like this, it's a positivity and a hope for people and for a positive outcome that doesn't really make sense. You know what I mean? So you're like, oh, well, you know what? It's okay. That didn't work out. Maybe this will, and you kind of got to you can't lose that. That makes sense?
It does.
It's almost like being a retard. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit slow. It might be autism. It could be spectrum shit. It's probably retardation, because you're like, come on, man. Listen, my last one, my friends are like, you can't call us till this one's gone. And I was like, maybe she'll get better. She ain't getting better, but there's a little part of me. And it's because, it's the save a hoe. They had a problematic mother. Yeah, it's all that basic psychology stuff.
I am attracted to broken.
Ooh, a nice pirate girl. Drink, fight, and fuck you.
Man, oh my God. Oh, and the pussy's just, oh my God. The crazier you are, buddy.
She'll ride you like her ass is on fire. You know what I mean?
Yes. Oh, so
it's the truth. Hey, I'm surprised you said that. I'm worried about your channel now. I don't want you to. You're like, Harry came on the show. Fucking Job started saying some wild shit, man.
Right. I'm gonna blame that nigga. It's not me.
I will bring you down. He was talking about colostomy, doing stuff in colostomy holes. You're like, what?
Yeah,
you can't talk about
that. That's horrible, bro. Yeah. Okay, so the new Matt Damon and Ben Affleck movie,
Instigators.
What role do you have to play in that?
So that was me. That was waiter number 2. That's funny you bring that one up. I never bring that one up. And this is the thing.
It's Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. How do you not?
But it's interesting. Listen, dude, I walk on the set. It's my scene with them. There was supposed to be another person. They couldn't get their lines right. So they gave me all the originally I read for it. I had all the lines. They gave it between me and this girl.
Okay.
She couldn't remember her lines. So that the director, who's one of my favorite directors, Doug Lyman, he goes, "Hey, Perry, do you know the line?" I was like, I know everybody's lines. So what's up? Let's go. Boom. And then the line was mine. So, and this is the thing. I feel I'm not sure if I'm the strong, like I feel like I'm more of an actor than a comedian still. Like I'm kind of like, but the way things are going with filmmaking, I'm kind of like, I might not have a choice, but really to go back to fully doing stand-up. But that scene, the way it is it's fine. But I'm like, I really acted as if I was scared of them with the gun, and I didn't act like I was in a movie. So I'm very like looking away from camera. And then there was a really great exchange we had that's not in the movie. Because he asked me, who did you vote for? Because it's about that. In the movie, he goes, who'd you vote for? And I turned to him and I just made it up. I was like, I'm black. It doesn't matter who I vote for. Yo, Matt Damon and fucking Casey Affleck were like, cut. They were like, that's amazing. It's not a movie.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So
that's disappointing.
But listen, it's okay. I made the check. I'm in the movie. I got residuals. But yeah, it's like, I think the hardest thing when you're trying to act, and I've only, as an actor, listen, for a guy who started at 41 after being a drug addict and fucking smoking crack and being crazy, all of a sudden I booked 10 movies, 10 TV shows, 3 movies at 41. My manager didn't even think it was. She was like, my old manager, she's like, who would have thought you would have pulled this off? And I was like, me, nigga, what's wrong with you? Like, you don't start trying to act at 41 because you're bored. You know what I mean? So, but the thing is with that stuff is, there's your favorite ones. There's a few things that I've done where I'm like, oh man, I want to do more of that. The movie Smile. That's my favorite thing that I'm in.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
It's a horror movie. It's the biggest horror. It was one of the biggest grossing horror movies of all time.
That's why I'm absurdly scared to watch horror movies.
I don't care for horror movies myself. This is actually a good movie. And the movie opens, someone dies, and it's me. I'm the detective talking, and I'm with the 2 leads, and I look good. The movie shot well. It's funny. It's great. It's one of those things you're like, oh shit. And for me, it's hard because I'm like, oh, that's something I would make. You know what I mean? Versus like, I'm into a lot of stuff where I was like, I wouldn't make that. So I'm just in it kind of like trying to do what someone else wants, even though that's always the job as an actor. I got to do what someone else wants, whether I agree with it or not. There's times where I'm like, oh, okay, I'll do what you want.
Yeah, I know the feeling. So do you have a script that you've written that's just sitting at home that you are hoping and praying that you'll be able to finance?
Yes, it's called Carnival of Fury. It's Carnival of Fury and the Louisiana race riots of 1900. It's a story about a black day laborer named Robert Charles. He was very much part of the Go Back to Africa movement. He said, black man will never get a fair shot in America. So he was like, he collected money for that. He also liked guns. Supposedly he was also a drug deal. He sold coke. That's still like not sure, but in my story he does, because that's more fun. And one day he's going through some stuff and he's trying to talk to this girl, and these cops try to arrest him, and they do what cops do to us, and he shoots one dead and grazes the other, and one shoots him. Now he's on the run. He runs home. There's 4 cops there. He kills all 4 of those cops. This really happened. Shot them all dead. And he was a master shot. Like, he was as good with a gun as you could be. He then runs to his family's home, and he goes there and passes out. And then he wakes up, and they're like, the whole city the race riot starts because everyone's looking for Robert Charles, the guy who's now killed 5 different policemen. And, the whites start running around there killing black folks. Black folks are fighting back. Louisiana's on fire. So he knows what's happening, and he's like, I can't escape this. So he goes under the stairwell, and he makes bullets for like 10 hours straight. Just makes bullets. And then he has a final shootout with the town where he killed several more people running from window to window. Pop, 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 pop. And it's like this thing that everyone talked about when this happened. It was like, they were like, that these animals, you can't do this, but they're like, God damn, that nigger can shoot. That was the thing. Everyone was like, wow, he could shoot. Like, it was a spectacle of a man fighting a whole town by himself from windows. So that's the story I want to tell.
Put that on a shirt and sell it.
Well, you know, the I would say the campaign for it would be what would Robert Charles do?
That part. And
because listen, you know, and that's the thing. It's about, you know, every black man has that moment. You know, I've had a cop handcuff me, slam my, you know, my light skin ass, fucking slamming my face into the wall. Ask first question, what are you? White and black? Come on, nigga, leave me alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was I was probably 14, but I benched 250 pounds when I was 15 years. I would have fucked him up. You know what I mean? But I would have got killed. You can't. You just gotta take the ass whooping.
Now, I will say that, and I've told people this over the years repeatedly. Growing up in Detroit, I'm 50. I'll be 54 tomorrow.
Happy birthday early! Oh my god,
this was a dope ass present too. Thank you.
Of course,
we got a utopian experience in America, in that the white cops were the minority on the force. So they were the niggas of the police force,
right?
If they were in other cities, so they couldn't just do fucked up shit,
right? That's great.
You know, so and yeah, I've gotten abused by the cops. Don't get me wrong, but I never got pulled over and felt fearful in the city of Detroit. Now, in the suburbs is a whole different
right.
ballgame.
Yeah,
you know, but in the city of Detroit, I never looked into. Oh, it was just more of an irritant than I might die, which gives you a false sense of security when you leave the state.
Yeah. I've definitely, no, you feel danger.
Okay, I know I've went over the time.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I was just worried about the hard drive. We could talk for a little bit more. Whatever you need.
You founded a band.
You know what, man? That's funny you bring that up. I took it all down. Mandem, my band. There's still pieces of it out there. I'm going to put it all back out. I think there's a song I made. I Don't Think I Could Get You. I made a music video for it, and I never put it out because I started dating this girl, and in the video I make out with another girl. So I never put it out.
My God.
Because that's how crazy and jealous this fucking broad was. And I'm finally getting her out of my life. And I'm like, this Valentine's Day, I'm gonna redo the song. I'm gonna put the video out. It's gonna be on my Two Comics on a Bench page, and I'm starting a new YouTube channel that's for everything else because I feel like I have too much going on. It's gonna be Perry Strong TV. And I'm my album. Yeah, and I want to do more music. I love doing music. I'm not good at it, but I still like doing it.
So what part do you play in the band?
So it's weird. Like I'll get people to play what I want. I'll be like, hey, listen, this is the sample. I want this. Like I want the drums from Barry White, Shadows of Love. And then I want like a rolling bass line from this and blah, blah, blah. And then people will do it for me. And then that's how it'll get done.
So you're the vocalist though.
Yeah.
Can you sing?
No. Well, this is the thing. I used to drink a lot. And when I drank, I thought I could, just like I thought I could dance. I started doing all kinds of things. And you know what? The song that I sing the best, I was definitely drunk as shit. And it's the video I'm gonna put out. And people hear it and they're like, you know what? That sounds like a real song. That sounds like a song that you would hear out. And I was like, okay, that's okay. One, I think the album had 10 songs. One was sounded like a real song. Yeah, we'll take it. It's not my thing, but you know, I could moonlight.
Yo, you are insane, bro.
No, listen. I'm just so sad. I've wasted so much time. I wish I got more things done. I think it would be a lot more fun for people. I mean, I could have made more fun stuff. You know, I'm hoping the next, like I said, I gotta get rid of this person out of my life and kind of refocus. And the next decade, I want to really make a lot of stuff. And I think things are lining up with funny enough, Two Comics, you know, in a time where, you know, as an actor, I'm not getting, you know, there's just so little work, you know, and it's funny that it's kind of become this thing now. Like it jumped 102,000 followers in 6 weeks on Instagram. So, you know, I got to work on this YouTube. The YouTube, it's almost at 10,000, and I think I want to re-release everything to kind of get it to do something, because there's videos that it got like 900. I need to talk to you about this off the show. This is like YouTube nerd shit. I was like, tell me how to make people watch this.
Yes, shit. please, because
I will bother you. So yeah, no, what I'm saying is it's just now it's like a refocus time, the popping of the bicep and everything, and I don't know, we're trying to figure it out. And the next wave of comics the next wave of people, because we just jumped and a lot more people are seeing it, it's gonna be the guests are gonna get really good. I'm really excited.
Yo, Kev on stage, if you are listening, which I'm certain you are not. However, if you happen to see, that would be a phenomenon. Actually, him, Tony Baker.
Listen, I've done stand-up with Tony Baker in Los Angeles. I don't know him well enough to have his direct contact, but I'm going to do a LA. I'm going to do an Austin shoot and an LA shoot. Problem with LA is, I do this. This is a self-funded project. I've paid for everything, cameras, everything, editing, and shooting it like in New York. You could freestyle. You're like, you know what? I've been shooting on that bench for 5 years. The cops wave at me, like, hey, what's up? I'll park my car illegally by the bench. You'll see in some shots there's a black Jeep. That's my Jeep. LA, I can't do it in LA. But let's say I have Leslie Jones on, and I shoot illegally, and some cops roll up. LA's not nice. They're not. LA. You gotta do it by the book.
I think it depends. I'm not gonna throw his name under the bus, but my guy is a Crip out there, and I think it may depend on where you're at in the politics. Like if you're in a particular neighborhood, I think you get away with more things than if, like, let's say you're downtown in a neutral zone, so to speak.
For sure, but you know what? I lived in LA from 2001 to 2009. It's not my town. I love that town, and I hope fortune shines on me one day that actually I wouldn't buy anything there. I'd buy a house in Mexico, but I would like to be able to go chill in LA again and hang out there for extended periods of time. But that's not my town, and if I go there, I'm gonna get I'm gonna get insurance. I'm gonna get a permit, because if I'm in the middle of interviewing one of my favorite comedians out there, and I'm not talking about, I'm like, I can't get DL Hughley on the show and we're shooting and the cops roll up and my paperwork's not right. You can't do that. I could do that here. That's why this is, you know what I'm saying? That's why you could do.
But if you got DL Hughley in Compton, because I think he's from Compton, if I remember correctly. If you got DL Hughley or Anthony Anderson in Compton, you have a problem.
You know what? That's smart. That's a good way to look at that and go, you know what? See what home is to these performers, and try to keep it near there. That's a good recommendation, sir.
Everybody, it's been a few people that I kind of rock with out there. And politics in LA is everything. I'm not talking about the dudes that get voted in.
No. I totally know what you're saying. That makes perfect sense. I think that's a smart way to play it. But also, if I'm flying out there and I'm going to interview 8 comedians and they're all high profile,
you kind of don't want to get shot at either.
I gotta drop $2,500. You know what I mean? That's just for the paperwork, and then you got to pay your camera operator. So that's where I'm at. It's hopefully. I think as we approach the 200,000 mark, we'll get the sponsorship, maybe get a brand deal, and then, I just need. You're like, I just need the financial burden off my back. God damn it! You're like,
what was that? Ice-T and Big Court just started a network, the OG network out there, like podcasts and stuff like that too. Yeah, definitely something. Yeah, there's a couple. That might be something to look into.
We'll see. Hopefully, I think I got some new management coming. Hopefully they're gonna help fucking,
Got to be better than the one who was surprised that you fucking did.
Oh, she's gone. And I this is the thing. I booked my first like 9 things with her, and it was like, it was almost like, you're like, And why am I fighting with you to have a career? What's going? Like, it was one of those things. This woman was arguing with me. Hey man, I took some new headshots. You sent me too many headshots. I was like, you got to go, motherfucker. And then other people who weren't even working, she's like, well, can you help them with blah 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 and blah blah blah? I was like, you never get anyone to help me with shit. Go fuck yourself. Anyway, trauma. Someone will figure out. Someone will know who it is if they watch this. So if they'll be like, oh, he's talking about so and so. I'll always have love with her, because without her, the acting thing didn't start. And the acting thing starting gave me the confidence to kind of, start doing things again. You know what I mean?
Yo, is there anything that I did not ask you or did not touch on that you felt like I dropped the ball on and I should have?
I mean, I can't think of anything. We talked about 2 comics. We talked about it started with Greer and it opened up, and now it's like, it's about having lots of guests on and having different energy. Do you want to make a 2 comics movie? I mean, also would love for 2 comics to become a Netflix show. And I say those things into the universe because you never know who's listening. Yeah, I can't think, acting wise. I got one line in the new Cameron Diaz movie, so I'll pop up in that. It's called Bad Day. Comes out sometime this year. It's a comedy scene. Trying to think. I can't think of anything else. It's we're in this time where everyone's getting pulled out their car and shot, and it's freezing. It's 8 degrees. I think it's literally 8 degrees outside right now.
Yes.
Hold on. No. It's not too bad. 17.
Oh, it's fucking cold here in Cleveland. It's ridiculous.
Well, I'm sure where you are is even worse. Listen, the low tomorrow, the low Friday, 5 degrees and 4 degrees Saturday.
Yeah.
So that means the low there's got to be negative.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere tomorrow, so I don't give a fuck. I don't have to work. I'm shit to do. So, and it's my birthday, so I'm sit around and drink and watch dirty movies. Midget
God
porn.
Bless you. God bless you. Did you say midgets?
Midgets. Oh, I fucking love midgets. Oh my God. Sure. I'm sorry, little people.
That's what they like. Little people.
Although I never seen them protesting. I don't know who the fuck started that. Like, was it one guy that was like, I don't want to be a midget, I want to be a little person? I'm not sure. I'm gonna respect your choices.
They're a hive mind. You have to just talk to one.
I need in on the community. I'm just
Lord Jesus. I don't mean that. And if anyone, it's jokes. You always worry. So told me he meant that shit.
Yeah. Oh, I'm dead ass about being in the community. Please call you.
Did you see my Subway takes?
I did not.
Man, I did a Subway takes and I made it all sex and crazy. Yo, they came after my pages. The girls reported my pages to the point that my pages were shut down, basically.
Are you serious?
My YouTube is still not working. IG, I had to talk to someone at Meta. I had to talk to people like, oh yeah, yes, they hate you. Like, I posted me and Roy Wood Jr. talking. It got 2,000 views. We were pushed down so much. We were like, and then after that, we got out of jail. We switched all the practices for posting. Once we got out of jail, we jumped 102,000. But Subway takes, and this is the thing, I stand by my Subway takes. That shit is hilarious. Go watch it. I'm not gonna redo it because I think it speaks for itself. I do some of that shit on stage.
Which page is it on though? Is it on
Subway? It's on 2 Comics on a Bench.
Okay.
It's the one thing on 2 Comics on a Bench that doesn't look like 2 Comics on a Bench. It's got a million views. Let me tell you something. If you want to see my character get assassinated, it's the most amazing roast of me by white women are like, check his phone. Don't put your drink near him.
Damn.
Like, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Hold on. See, now I said that I gotta tell the goddamn thing. Hold on.
Oh, you gotta fucking send me this too, bro.
Hold on.
Please.
Hold on. It's
Okay.
DNA. Let me see DNA test. Hold on. DNA test. Let me see. All right.
Have you ever had to do one of those?
I did a DNA test. Yeah. I mean, I just did it to do it, and my sister did it.
No, I mean, like, are you the father type?
Oh, no. I have. If there's a kid out there, I know nothing about it.
Oh, that's so
I have no children. And actually, I had cancer. I had a prostatectomy. I can't even father a child now.
Oh, there's some broad out there waiting to lie on you too.
Listen, we got the DNA test. Listen, I'll be happy if somebody, I'll be like, oh, are you okay? How was it? Was it better for you? I didn't care for it much.
Oh my God, bro.
All right, hold on. Being that I brought up Subway takes, this is what we're going to finish on. So my Subway takes was, and I'm going to say how I said it on Subway takes. And it was like, so what's your take? And I was like, it was 3 parts. First, mandatory DNA testing for all newborns. So there's no more false paternity. And we find out how much more these women really cheat. That's where most women just didn't even watch the rest. And that's where, like, he's a piece of shit. He's a misogynist. La, 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 la. The second one, I think, actually, no, I did it backwards. This one was the first one, I think. I think all dating, I think in the future, all dating profiles are going to have people's sex tapes on there. So you'll know everyone's real value. That's the one. That's the one. Because then I was like, look, I'll be like, look, if you got a 10 that fucks like a 2, you got a 6.
I disagree with this one though, because I've got some really great performances, and then I've got G League performances.
Oh, I mean, out of the same person.
No. Yes.
Sure. I mean, listen, normally it gets better as you go. I mean, hopefully. But what I'm saying is this. This is the thing. Look, my gay friends, they're like, yeah, did that. They're like, Perry, Grindr. They're like, they're fucking on Grindr. So I was like, yeah, of course, because you guys are fucking animals. You guys, all you do is eat. You know what I mean? The gay guys, they have the best fucking life in the world if you're into that. You know what I mean? You're at the fucking the buffet of life. You know what I mean? But like, if you're straight, yeah, if you're gonna have girls having their sex tapes on there, and of course they all start going into, well, what about the consent and consent? Well, obviously,
yes,
that would have to be addressed. I'm not saying just everyone willy-nilly fucking throw everyone's faces on the fucking thing. But this got me roasted. And the last one was OnlyFans is proof we should legalize prostitution in America. And that was the only one. He agreed with that. He goes, I agree with that. But the first two got me in a lot of trouble. But DNA testing,
how does that get you in trouble? Like, if you're an honest woman, why are you upset?
Probably for how could you even question? It was like, because I know bitches. You know how
what are you, the Lord?
I've had women you'd never think. And the thing is, I've had women you'd never think would do that. And then I've had totally faithful, loving stripper on crystal meth girlfriends. You're like, wow, she's actually pretty goddamn great. She's better than this religious bitch I was fucking. It's crazy.
That sounds disgusting.
I mean, listen.
Crystal meth bras look horrible.
Well, it depends on which part of the timeline.
Stage of the crystal. Yeah.
Where are we at? And how old are we?
The 100th hit, not the first.
You want to be in the first 100. You want that first year, the first year out.
I'm gonna say the first 3 months, because all bets are off.
you want freshman year, freshman year crystal meth. You don't want no varsity, nigga. Varsity.
Yeah.
My all skin all peeled off, skeletal
zombie.
Yeah.
Yo.
Brain like scrambled eggs.
cannot possibly thank you enough for this, man.
Listen, thanks for asking me, man.